Basketball was the last sport that I played. I started playing American baseball, then American football, and then I was probably 12 when I started playing basketball, because that's where I grew up outside of Chicago, is Michael Jordan and the Bulls. So that was the last thing I heard. I was like, hey, this looks like fun. So I started playing as a young kid. I started late compared to my friends, and just as I progressed with basketball and I was still playing baseball and football, I started growing and I was real tall and skinny, and baseball started being less fun. Football was interfering with time with basketball that I really started enjoying, and I was pretty decent at all the sports, but when I went to school, when I was, I think, 14, I could have played all three sports, but I wanted to concentrate on one, and still basketball was the newest, and I wasn't as good as at the other sports than I was at basketball, so I wanted to concentrate on one sport. So for 4 years in high school, I concentrated on basketball, and by the time I was 15 or 16, I was considered a high-level, very good player. So from then on, I went to college at Bowling Green State University. I played 4 years there. I never missed a game. I played 4 years. By the middle of my freshman year, I was starting, and I was all-conference 4 years, and by my senior year, we had the best record that the school had ever had. There was me and another player that went on to play in the NBA, but we had a great 4 years, great career. And I had the opportunity to go to Benetton Treviso for a camp of free agent new college players. So I went there, and I was seen by a German team my first year as a professional. I went to Germany. I played the first league at Mitteldeutscher Basketball Club. We were in first division. We just missed the playoffs by 1 or 2 games, and I played with Paul Beyer, a Belgian guy, and he saw me and really liked me, and his brother was getting the job in Antwerp. So his brother came to visit, Ronnie Beyer came to visit Paul, his brother, and watched us practice, and even practiced with us because we didn't have enough guys a couple times. And he saw me and he really liked me, and he's like, hey, I'm going to get this coaching job in Antwerp. Why don't you come play for me? And at the time, I really didn't like the way the game was played in Germany. I didn't like my role. I came from college being a star player, playing 40 minutes, getting all the balls, and being that guy. So in Germany, I maybe played 25 minutes. I didn't play as much as I would like. I didn't like the coach. I didn't like just everything. So I was like, you know what, maybe I'm not going to play. But he's like, come on, it's going to be fun. He's like, you know me as the coach. It's going to be a good opportunity, and it's going to be different. And it was. I signed in Antwerp for Ronnie. I played with him for 2 years, and then Shivek came, and then 3 years in Charleroi, and now I'm here. Because it's actually strange. I kind of got burnt out with the other sports. Like, I played baseball for so long, and it kind of got boring. Football kind of got, I was over it. I was just like, it wasn't fun anymore. And for me, like, I will stop playing basketball when it's not fun for me anymore. As long as I'm having fun, I'm going to play basketball. It's still fun. It's interesting for me, and for me, I know, especially the past year and a half, I know when I'm healthy, I'm a very good player. I'm still a high-level player. Now, as my age gets a little bit older, I have to really take care of my body and play with my head, not as much as my physical ability. I have to use other things now, and I'm still having fun, still learning different ways to play at a high level and help teams win. No, because if I would have had a bad time in my youth with basketball, I would have stopped playing. I'm the type of guy, if I'm not liking something, I'm not going to do it. If I didn't enjoy it, I would stop, because that's kind of why I stopped playing football. I was probably the best at American football of all my sports, but I stopped liking it. I went to my father one day and I said, Dad, I don't want to play anymore. Thank God my parents were good enough my dad was like, you don't want to play? He's like, you don't have to play anymore. Where I know sometimes kids, I don't know how it is here, but sometimes kids in the States, their parents push them and push them and push them, and kids don't want to do things, but their parents are saying, go, you have to. This is what you should do. My dad was like, you don't want to play anymore? You don't have to play anymore. And I found basketball and haven't had bad times, other than maybe sometimes being on a bad team or maybe not playing well for a small period of time, but other than that, it's been great. I kind of had an idea I would play professional my end of my junior year in college going into my senior year because I knew certain players that I played against had gone on to play in the NBA, and I knew I was competitive with these guys. And maybe I wasn't as big sometimes, but I knew I can definitely play with these guys. And then as my senior year progressed, it's not legal for agents and managers to talk to you, but it started happening. Like it started, I mean, not talking to me, but they would talk to my coach. And, you know, it's my senior year. We were a very good team, and he didn't want to distract us from the college game and winning that way, but he would say things. He's like, you know, if you listen to me, he's like, look, he would show me, he's like, these are agents that want you. You're going to make money playing basketball, so listen to me and you can make more. Because my college coach would always tell me after, you know, I was 21, 22, I was old enough to understand. He said, every time you don't listen to me and do what I say, he would say, it's taking money out of your pocket. You know, he's like, if you listen and do what I say, work hard all the time, you're at the point now where it's going to make you money. But if you want to be lazy, not listen, and not do this, he's like, you're taking money out of your pocket and you're going to be like everybody else. Oh, my parents are very proud of me and what I've accomplished, but now, you know, it's both ways. It's sometimes sad for them, especially now with the kids. They got over me coming over and they miss me because I'm gone 10 months out of the year. You know, they take me to the airport still every August. Now they take my family every August and they pick me up over Christmas, and they're there to pick me up in May or June. But you know, it's great. They're proud. You know, their son is playing professional sports, but then he's gone for 10 months. You know, we talk on Skype, and like I said, now they have grandchildren. I have two kids, and now I take the kids away for 10 months, and now my children know me and my wife. And then, you know, if they come for 1 or 2 weeks, they're there, but then they go back and they talk to their grandchildren and my parents on the computer, which is it's difficult sometimes.